right? Okay, academic and general, task 1 is different, right? Task 1 for academic students is an analysis kind of a question, analyze and write a report. For general students, task 1 is a letter writing, right? However, task 2, the major task is task 2, because task 1 is like 1/3, task 2 is 2/3, right? Because task 1, they are advising you to allocate 20 minutes only. So 40 minutes for task 2. That means the weightage like that, task 2 is more important. It is twice. The weight is twice than task 1. Task 2 is essay writing for everybody, right? Academic or general or whatever IELTS that you are doing IELTS. Uh, Actually, IELTS you have only academic and general. UKBI is something the way of conducting the exam, but it is also general law academic only, right? So in whether you do academic or general, you will have to do essay, right? So it's a common task and it is the main task also, right? So today we are going to study for essay writing. Basically, I'm going to talk about theoretical aspects as well as the format today, right? Okay. Point number 1, study all possible types for task 2, right? Task 2 means the essay. So there are uh, some types of essays, okay? And you will get only one question from or those types only. So what are those types, right? Let's see now the types. Okay, these are the types. Number 1, opinion essays. Opinion essays. In these kind of essays, they will ask you, they will give you a statement, right? Some idea, and they will ask you whether you agree with this statement or agree, disagree, right? So it is our decision. Okay, you can take the side of accepting it or agreeing with it. You can take the opposite side in the sense you can say I disagree with this. But sometimes uh, you can even take the middle path that you partially agree, right? You don't fully agree, you don't uh, fully disagree also, but you agree to some extent, right? It's an statement they will give you and they will ask you whether you agree with this or not. So you can't just write I don't agree and uh, stop. Okay, or you can write I do agree with this and that's all. No, not like that. You have to there is a way to write an essay. You have to follow that format uh, in answering to the question in IELTS essays. Say for example, something like this. Uh, mm, let's say giving homework for children is a burden for children. Instead of giving homework, children should be free to play at that time, something like that. So homework is not uh, it's not acceptable, something like that. So do you agree? or disagree. Okay, you can say, uh, I don't agree. Homework is very important because of this reason, right? So that is what we call opinion essays. Number two, discussion essays. Discussion essays, they will give you two ideas. They will give you two opposite ideas, two contradicting ideas. Two ideas, but they are contradicting. And they will tell you to discuss both ideas. That means you can't take, or you can't say, no, I agree with only idea one, I don't agree with idea two, so I will write only about idea one. No, not like that. You have to discuss both ideas, right? Say for example, mm, we can say uh, something like uh, what's that? Discuss both views, right? We can say for the financial crisis, Sri Lanka's financial crisis, going for IMF, right? IMF bailout, right? IMF solution, right? Going for IMF solution, or IMF, we call it bailout, is the best way. Some says, or else we can say, the government supporters. They say IMF bailout is the best solution for Sri Lanka's financial crisis or debt crisis. Whereas opposition supporters of opposition parties, they say uh, uh, cutting down, cutting down government expenses and uh, what is that? And increasing the production or going for manufacturing based country is solution. Okay, so these two ideas, you can't, they are not much contradicting, but anyhow, these are two ideas, two different ideas. Okay, so discuss both views. They will tell you to discuss both views. So you have to talk about uh, going for IMF and going for uh, other solution, right? Both ideas you have to discuss. So this is called discussion essays. Number three, advantages and disadvantages. Anyhow, this is not very difficult one. This is very straightforward. You can understand uh, a concept they will give you, and they will tell you to write advantages and disadvantages. That means benefits and drawbacks of a concept. So, for example, we can talk about uh, what's it? Mm, let's say ISEDCO, right? ISEDCO. ISEDCO was at the time that they introduced ISEDCO to Sri Lanka, ISEDCO for this advanced level and O-level results. There was a big debate. Some opposed it and some agreed with that. Anyhow, if they say you like this, discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of introducing ISEDCO to Sri Lanka school assessment system. So you have to write what are the benefits of the ISEDCO. Then what are the disadvantages or the drawbacks of ISEDCO. So this is a kind of uh, one type. advantages and disadvantages. Then number 4, double question essays, or sometimes we call it direct questions, or sometimes we call it direct uh, negative positive type questions, right? This is they will tell there also they will give you a statement saying that is it, I mean, something like this. Uh, 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 okay, introducing fingerprints. Nowadays we can see uh, most of the government institution, they have introduced fingerprint machines. Is it a positive or negative development? Okay, so you can take either side. Uh, you can say it is a positive thing, or you can say it is a negative thing, or you can say it has both positive and negative effects. Okay, so this is another type. So there are now 4 types. What are they? Opinion essays, discussion essays, advantage, disadvantage essays, and double question or the direct question essays. Why I have put a bracket here and written here dual aspect? Okay, because you can see in each and every uh, these 4 types, there are 2 sides. No, it's like, dual aspect means 2. Dual means 2. There are 2 aspects in these questions. First one, agree, disagree. Second one, discuss both view. Third one, advantages, disadvantages. Fourth one, positive, negative. Right? Something like some opposite kind of 2 ideas, two aspects. That's why I have written uh, all these 4 items as dual aspect, because if you study the format for these essays, almost similar format we have to follow for these 4 items, right? But these are not same, but slightly similar kind of questions. Same question we can ask uh, in different way. Same question. Say for example, I will tell you. I can say uh, some says introducing fingerprint machines in government offices uh, is a good idea, whereas some employees do not agree with that. Do you agree with? Then it is an opinion question. If they ask what are the advantages and disadvantages of fingerprint machine, then it is third one. But same concept, no? The way how it is asked is different, but it is same concept you can write. That's why I told, whenever you get these 4 types, the way how you are writing answers are almost similar. Right. Number 5 is a different kind. Right. Number 5, we call it problem solutions is course. I mean, problem and solution essays. Problem and solutions. In this question, you have a problem to discuss, and you have to suggest some solutions to mitigate that problem. Uh, Say, for example, uh, inefficiency of government staffs, or the inefficiency of uh, uh, this state employees, right? Government staff, state employees uh, is a problem in our country, and suggest some solutions for that, how to overcome these inefficiencies. So it is there you have to talk about uh, why and how these inefficiencies uh, are affected, how they are, why those employees are inefficient, right? Then some suggestions. So in these kind of questions, there are four concepts actually. Those are causes, why why that problem happens, the causes, reasons, then the particular problem, then effects. Because of this problem, these kind of effects are there. Then your solutions. So there are four concepts in a question like this, right? So this is called problem and solution. The last one is a mixture of uh, two types. Sorry. Sometimes there can be questions with it is little bit mix of two types, right? Sometimes you can they can ask you to uh, write a problem and solution essay, plus they will ask you some opinion in that. What's your opinion? Why it is happening? That's the opinion, no? Right? So the opinion also, you will, very rare you will see such questions that two types are coming together in one question, right? Anyhow, these are the five types. So basically five types, but six I have written. Sometimes, very rare case, you will get two types together, uh, mixed kind of a question, right? So these are the five types of essays that you will get, and you will not get anything else than these types. IELTS examination is something like, there's no surprise in IELTS examination, right? That means you will not get any new questions, new in the sense that first time questions, no. You will get almost all repeated questions, right? Some essays are, not some, almost all the essays that you will get there are the essays that they have already given, right? So if you study the questions that they have given so far, right, we can find those things, right? Then if you prepare for them, you you are going to do the exam very well, because in IELTS writing, almost all the questions that they are giving you even now are repeated questions. The problem is people cannot be ready for all these things because number of questions may be 1,000. So out 1,000, can you be ready for 1,000 questions? No, that's the thing. But they are taking from a database, right? That database is already there. They are not creating uh, brand new questions. They are doing that, but very rare. I mean, uh, very rare. If a new concept come in the world, maybe say for example, now AI is very popular. AI questions also they are. I mean, in previous papers we can see in the past papers, but anything which comes in the world as a very popular matter, they can take such things, but that is very rare they do. They use always the old database. Okay. You will, number two, you will be given only one question and you do not have any choices, right? Okay. If you can remember in advanced level or O level, where we have essays, no, right? For our language subjects like Sinhala, Tamil, and English. In these language subjects, we have essays, essay writing, right? But luckily, they are giving you around three, four questions, right? Then out of those three, you have to select one according to your choice and do that question. But here in IELTS, There is nothing like that. They are giving you only one question, one essay that you have to write that one. Either you know that subject or you don't know, or you are not familiar with, you are not much interested. No, you have to write for that question, right? So they are giving you only one question. Know the acceptable format of the essay. Also, you can't ask if you don't know the uh, if you don't know what to write for the essay and you are not sure about what it is, you can't ask the examiners to explain. No, you can't. In speaking, you can. If there's another if something you can't understand, you can ask examiner to explain it. But in writing other sections, no. Right. Number three, know the acceptable format for the essay. Right. This essays now. I told you that I am doing some classes for these students who are applying for Sri Lankan Airlines air hostess. Uh, what I do in my individual classes, always before starting the class, I give them to write an essay to evaluate them to I mean for me to understand their level. So I gave one question and I got a very nice answer, but it's not in this particular format, right? So it is ideas wise, English wise, I mean the language is okay, words are vocabulary is okay, ideas are also okay, but it was not in a proper format. It's not in a logical format. So such answers, even if the answer is good one, you will not get very high band. You will get some average band, right? Therefore, the reason is you must know the format because 25% marks are given for the format, right? So today we are going to learn the format, right? Uh, right. Essay, you have to write minimum 250 words. Minimum 250 words. This is approximately something like, if you are typing or if you are typing the essay, it is something like uh let's say 15 around it is around 20 lines, around 20 lines. But if you are writing, it is something like 25 lines, something like that. I mean, it is I can't say like that because it depends on your the way how you are writing your letters, right? If you are writing small letters, you can write even within uh, within less number of lines, right? So it depends on your handwriting. But if you are typing, yes, that by number of lines you can guess it. But anyway, if you are typing, you don't need to guess it because when if you are doing computer based, the words number of words are automatically counted. So you don't want to worry. You will see whenever you type, you will see how many number of words that you have written. Whereas if you are doing paper based, right? The exam can be done in paper based or computer based, no? Right? If you are doing on paper based, like how you did in your schools, it's paper based. Computer based means you are answering the computer itself. If you are doing computer based, you don't want to worry about number of words. It will be automatically counted. It will be shown while you are typing. You can see how many number of words that you have typed. Whereas if you are doing paper based, you have to count and see whether you have written adequate number of words. Normally, you will get to know, you according to your handwritings, you will know how many lines you have to write to uh, uh, achieve 215 words, right? So 250 words is the minimum limit. Less than that, they will not uh, welcome, right? That means they are not throwing out it. They're not throwing your answer out, but they will be hesitant to give you a good band, right? So definitely for essay, you have to write minimum 250 words. So above, more than that is good, right? But it's also not good to write more than 350, right? More than 350 is not good because that means you don't know how to write a, a you don't know how to write an essay precisely. Yeah? If you are writing to the point, you should be able to write it in this range, right? 250 to 350, right? 350 is okay, but more than that, no. It's not written anywhere, right? They have not, they have told you minimum you have to write 250. That is, they have told, but maximum they have not told anyway, right? Anyhow, you can't write too much now because you have a limited time only, right? They will not give you 3 4 hours. No, they are giving you 40 minutes. So definitely you can't write uh, too much there. Right. Now I'm going to discuss the format. Okay, when it comes to format, uh, you might have learned formats from some other teachers or some other videos or some other materials. Okay, if you have tried to study IELTS, uh, I mean, if it is your first time, it's good because I'm going to teach you. But if you have tried this before, if you have learned it from somebody else, then sometimes the format that I'm going to discuss today is not the one that you have learned. It doesn't mean that my format is wrong, or it doesn't mean that their format is wrong, right? Because there is no uh, prescribed format for IELTS examination. They haven't give a template, right? All what they have told, you have to write in a logical format. Okay, logical format. The logical format in the sense that format should be something like you are introducing the subject, then you are building up that subject, then you are discussing and further elaborating it, giving examples, then well, you are concluding it. So that way you have to logically arrange your ideas, logically segregate paragraphs. So this is what they expect, and they have not prescribed a format, right? So what I'm doing, I am going to teach you one format which is very much acceptable, and I have learned that format from Liz, right? There is a one teacher, UK teacher called Elizabeth, and her nickname is Liz, right? You can see IELTS Liz, IELTSLiz.com website. You can go and see there are a lot of materials, right? She's a very famous, worldwide, very famous, and very uh, maybe she has been doing this now for more than 20 years, right? So she's very experienced teacher in IELTS. So from Liz, I have taken this format, right? This is a format that Liz is following. Okay. Uh, in this format, the first paragraph that we are writing is introduction. Introduction. Introduction paragraph. What are we going to write in introduction paragraph? I have written here 3 elements in introduction, or you can say 3 sentences. What is the first sentence? Briefly define the core concept. Briefly define the core concept. Now, okay, let us take one question. Okay, question is something like this. Question is, okay, homework. Okay, giving homework to school children uh, is detrimental to their well-being, right? That means it is harmful. Giving homework is not a good practice. Discuss, right? And some others says, okay, some says giving homework is not a good practice, but some, uh, but others say that giving homework or the homework can benefit students, right? So these are two ideas. I'm just roughly telling you. So whenever you write this answer, I mean, whenever you are writing essay for this question, uh, in the first paragraph, I call it introduction paragraph. The first sentence that you will write is about the core concept. What is the core concept in this question? It is homework. Homework, right? Homework, no? So briefly define the concept, core concept. So you will write one sentence about homework. What is homework? Homework is nothing but uh, giving exercises to students to do at their residence, not in the school, after school. Okay, giving exercises to complete after school time. We can call it homework, right? So this is the concept that I define. Define in the sense you don't need to define it. It is like, like a scientific definition, well, the perfect definition. No, no, some statement about that concept. Okay. Okay, then the second sentence in the introduction paragraph, that is first sentence is the definition of the core concept. Second sentence is focusing to paraphrase the question. Paraphrase the question means now questions. Okay, this we are doing even in our school time. දැන් මතකද ඉස්කෝලේ යන කාලේ ඉංග්‍රීසි මොකුත් බැරි කාලේ ඉංග්‍රීසි පේපර් එකට දෙන එසේ එකට උත්තර ලියපු හැටි මතකද? ආ ගොඩක් කොල්ලෝ තමයි වැඩ කරන්නේ. අපිත් කරා ඒ දවස්වල. ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉස්කෝලෙන් සෙට් උනේ නැහැ. මොකද කරන්නේ? ක්වෙස්චන් එකේම එහෙට මෙහෙට පෙරලලා ක්වෙස්චන් එකෙන් අග ඉඳලා මොකට ලියනවා. ආන්සර් එකට. ඈ නැත්නම් මැදින් එහෙම මෙන් අරගෙන ලියනවා. එහෙම ලියපුවාම ලකුණු හම්බෙලා තියෙනවනේ. ආ ලකුණු කීයක් හරි හම්බෙනවා. මොකද ඒ අදාළ වර්ඩ්ස් හරි තියෙනවනේ ආන්සර් එකේ උඩ. Right. In IELTS examination also, you can do this, but it is not like that way. You can rewrite your question in your words without distorting the idea, right? Without making any harm to the idea, without distorting the idea, you can rewrite the question itself in the introduction paragraph, right? So you are allowed to do that, but you have to paraphrase. Paraphrase means you are trying to avoid most of words in that question and try to use different wording to give same idea. So what can you do? You can write similar words like synonyms. Sometimes you can write the opposite words, antonyms, right? Sometimes you can change the prepositions, change the word order, change the sentence pattern, or change the tenses, no particular tenses you can change. Active voice you can change, passive voice, like that. A lot of things you can do in paraphrasing. So here you can see one YouTube link I have given here that is about paraphrasing, one video that I have done, right? It's about paraphrases. So you can watch that one, and from that you can learn 8 techniques to paraphrase something, 8 ways to paraphrase something, right? So paraphrasing is very important in IELTS. It is required in each and every section. Paraphrasing is required in each and every section is in IELTS. Listening, you need paraphrasing. Reading, you need paraphrasing. Writing, you need paraphrasing. Speaking also, you need paraphrasing, right? Therefore, um, learn paraphrasing. So you watch this video. That's why I've given it here, right? So paraphrase the question. The second sentence you will write. You can write even 2 sentences, no problem. But you can you should paraphrase the question. Rewrite your question. Take the ideas from that and write it. Not as a question, as a statement. Okay? Question, they are given as a question. But you can convert it to a statement, no? Okay? How to convert a statement? How to convert a question to a statement? Easy, no? Right? So you will make it a statement. Means not like a question, that not something that you are asking, you are expressing. Statement is expressing, question is asking. No, not asking, you are expressing it in your own words. The number 3, you will write another sentence to thesis, abstract statement. Abstract, you will write an abstract statement, in the sense you will write what this essay talks about. You write a one sentence to tell what this essay talks about. This essay is regarding what? Explain that in one sentence. Explain, this essay talks about blah blah blah. Right? So these are the 3 elements that you will write in a introduction, in an introduction paragraph of a essay. Clear? It will be more clear when I do the example. Today I'm going to do one example. Number 2, opinion. Opinion. Number 2, paragraph number 2, you will write an opinion. Means what you think. What's your opinion? You have to write it. But it is not always required. In most of the questions, your opinion is important. They will ask you to write opinion, but there are few questions like, advantages, disadvantages question doesn't involve an opinion. Also, if you take uh, problem and solution, also there's no opinion, no? It is a solution, not an opinion. So advantages, disadvantages, problem and solution types, you don't need to write opinion, but rest all types, you have to write an opinion. I agree, I fully agree, I disagree. This opinion, no? I think it is a positive thing. I think it's a negative thing. I think it has more advantages. I mean, if you talk about more, which one is more? There's an opinion. Anyhow, second one, if there's an opinion involved in the question, second paragraph, you will allocate to write your opinion. So you will very clearly write, and we can call it even thesis statement, right? Thesis statement uh, means it gives the main idea, right? It is the actually core driving factor in the essay, because your opinion is the most important thing in the essay, your essay. No? It provides the whole idea. It is the essence of your essay, right? People will want to know what writer thinks about this. So that is the opinion. So you will write nice opinion, right? Why I have put one arrow here? You can see one arrow here. That is, because, sometimes if your opinion is very short, normally, when it comes, when you talk about a paragraph, one sentence is not a paragraph. If you're writing only one sentence as a paragraph, it is not acceptable. I don't think it's wrong. I mean, there's nothing like, there's no rule like that, but a paragraph means a set of sentences. There should be some sentences, at least two, three sentences, no? So if your opinion is just one line or one sentence, a very very short para, it is not nice to write it as a separate thing that I have given here. That's why I have given here. You can even include your opinion in between your um introduction before this point number two. But no, sorry, before point number two, after point number sorry, before point number three, after point number two, you can uh, put your opinion there instead of writing it as a separate paragraph. But I prefer if you can write it separate paragraph with some, uh, I mean, it's nicely written one, little bit longer one. Then it's nice. I'll show you today one something like that. Otherwise, if you're writing one only just one sentence, just include that one in introduction itself. Okay, clear? Right. Then body paragraphs, you are writing body paragraphs. Normally, we write minimum two body paragraphs. But there can be uh, some students, they follow different formats than my one. In some cases, they are writing more body paragraphs. I will tell you why. Okay, body paragraph number one. Third paragraph is body paragraph. Number one is about one side of the question. As you know, every question has two sides, right? Agree, disagree, uh, problem, solutions, then positive, negative, advantages, disadvantages, both views, view number one, view number two, like that. No, so one side you will write in one body paragraph. You will take one body paragraph to write about one side. Say, for example, advantages. So one body paragraph you will write advantages. These advantages, don't write many advantages. Now, the essay I gave, I told you that I asked one student to write an essay that for the first time, she has not attended any classes or something like that. And in her answer, she had written around 10 advantages. But if you write many advantages, you can't show your language abilities. What you are showing, by writing 10 advantages, you are showing your knowledge about that concept. But this is not a knowledge based exam. This is a language skills based exam. They are testing your language skills. So if you try to show your knowledge about that particular idea, that particular concept, you won't get much marks. They are not valuing your knowledge, they are valuing your language abilities. So that's why I'm telling, if you're writing about one side, limit it to 2 points. No need to write many points. No need to write many advantages. Write good two advantages. Top, okay, you know 10 advantages. You can think what are the most important advantages that I know. Uh, take two of them only. Write only two. But to show your language abilities, you can elaborate it. You can explain it. You can provide examples. So first body paragraph is about one side with examples, with explanations, with elaborate, right? With why aspect. Okay, you say something, then you will say because this is the why aspect. No, why, right? So that is body paragraph number one. Then body paragraph number two, the other side. If you write advantages in body paragraph number one, you will write disadvantages in body paragraph number 2. There also don't write many disadvantages. Limit it to 2 disadvantages. Explain it, provide examples. Minimum 1 example. 2 examples are ideal, right? But some students, they used to write more than 2 body paragraphs. What they do, per point, they will write 1 paragraph. That means I told you 2 advantages. Those 2, they will write one idea, 1 advantages, 1 body paragraph, second advantages, another body paragraph, then third, 1 disadvantages, fourth, 1 and second disadvantage. So the particular idea wise, they will break body paragraph. That is also acceptable. But for me, I am not suggesting that. I am telling you to write 1 paragraph on one side, other paragraph on the opposite side, right? So that's why you will see sometimes essay has around 7 paragraphs. Can be. That depends on the way how they are writing. But for us, maximum maximum paragraph we are writing 5. As we are writing 5 only. Because introduction, opinion, 2, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, 4, conclusion, right? But it can be even 7, depending on how you are handling body paragraphs. Then the fifth, the last paragraph is conclusion. Last paragraph is conclusion. Similar to introduction, because in the body paragraph, what you are going to write, I don't know. It depends on the question. So I have not given any format for the body paragraph. Okay. It depends on the question. Basically, you can say in body paragraph, you will discuss about 2 items for one side, 2 advantages. Then you will explain them, elaborate it. Then you will provide example. So that is how body paragraphs are written. Then conclusion. 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 Also, I have given how to write it. There are 3 things to consider here. One, a summary of above paras. Okay, whatever you have written in body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, opinion, introduction, those paras, you have to summarize them and write a summary. Summary means main ideas, most important ideas. It's not details, huh? Then number 2, if applicable, final opinion. Okay, if there's a opinion in this question, you have to rewrite that opinion. So opinion you are writing in 2 places. You are writing in introduction or just below introduction. Also, you are writing in the final conclusion. Also, you are writing opinion. If that's opinion, you have to write opinion also. You are re-emphasizing that one. You are emphasizing at the end. Then the last one is a bonus thing, right? If you want, you can do. What is that? If possible, a creative solution to problem or suggestion to improve, right? Okay. If the question is about uh, problem and solution, you are writing solution, no? But even in other questions, you can write one creative idea, one creative solution. Because in each and every essay, we talk about some problems, okay? Some burning issues, okay? Some difficulties, some obstacles, some disadvantages, kind of things, no? Essays are about issues. Okay, it's not like a song, it's not like happy thing, something that the society worry about. Essays discusses things like that. So at the end, as a creative writer, you can provide some solution, one one good solution to the core issue in that particular idea or what particular essay. That is to show some colors, right? Now you see, whenever you are talking, whenever you are singing also, at the end, what you are doing, you are uh, taking high pitch and, right, trying to show your colors. Uh, like how Mohijin Beg sing, no? At the end, there's a very high pitch part. If you are making a speech, at the end, what you'll do, you will sometimes you will even tell a poem, or you will even you will make it very interesting at the end. Like that, your essay also you can make interesting by providing uh, one workable solution to the core problem, right? Okay, I've written here my recommendation: minimum body 4 paras, maximum 7 paras, right? Your essay should be minimum 4 paras. If you are not writing an opinion, it is 4 paras. If you are writing elements also separately, I mean body elements separately, you can write it up to 7 paras. But I'm not recommending that way. I'm recommending you two body paras way. That is the most appropriate way. Point number 5. Now we want to see, okay, we are writing essays, how they are giving you marks. This is what we should know. Actually, in IELTS, there are something called, there are things called published and unpublished criterias. Okay, for us, they have given a published version of criterias in evaluating essays. So how they are evaluating our writing, they have given us. That is called evaluation criteria, a published version. But apart from that, there is some other version which is hidden, which which only examiners know, right? That I also don't know that. But there was some rumor that they are going to disclose this one. But I think still no. So all what we know about how they are evaluating essays, I will show you. There are 4 criteria in evaluation of essays. Okay, number 1, task response. Task response. They are giving 25% marks for that one. Task response, 25% of marks, right? That means it is about fully addressing the task. That means, have you covered all the parts in the question? Have you answered all the elements in the question? This is called task response. That means whether your answer is relevant and complete. Relevance and completeness. Okay, task response is something like relevance and completeness. Okay, let me write those 2 words. It's very important. It's about relevance. Relevance and completeness. In accounting also we use these 2 words. Relevance and completeness is the task response. That means the answer you are written is relevant to the question. An answer you have written covered all the aspects of the question. So this is called real task response. Okay. Fully addresses all parts of the task. Present a fully developed position in answer to question with relevant, fully extended, and well supported ideas. So in task response, they will check whether you have given examples, whether you have elaborated, right? Whether you have covered all the questions, parts in the question. So this is called task response. කොහෙද යන්න මල්ලේ පොල් වුණොත් task response එකට ලකුණු හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. That means you have written something different, something not applicable to question, right? Then task response is out. But still you can get marks, huh? Even if you write highly irrelevant answer, still you can get some marks, but not high marks. Some marks in the sense for other evaluation criteria, you may get marks. What are the other evaluation criteria? Criteria number 2 is coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion. What does it mean? Suitable and logical format for the essay. Skillfully managing the paragraphs. Okay, that means this is what I told. Okay, this is what I told, that I got one essay answer from a student, well written one, good ideas, but it's not in the acceptable format. So she will not get much marks for this coherence and cohesion. So if you write, see now, even if you are not very good in your English, you can do these two well. Task response and coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion means what? It is the format. You can write your answer in a format. No, if you learn the format, you can align your answer to that format. So getting marks for coherence and cohesion is not a difficult task. Okay, that means you nicely, logically arrange paragraphs, and you have written it in a right format. For that, they are giving you 25% of marks. Then, third one, lexical resource. So this is something you have to put a lot of efforts. That means your knowledge about vocabularies. Okay, you have to use your knowledge about vocabularies in the answer into the this question, this essay. So in that one, they will check whether you have written advanced words. Okay, words in English, words are categorized for beginner level, right? For advanced level, for intermediate level, for expert level, like that they have categorized. So have you written, you have written only beginner level words, right? Then you will not get much marks. Okay, you can write beginner level or basic level words, maybe 40% or 60%. Then other words you have written some intermediate level, some advanced level, few expert level. Ah, very good, that way. So you have to use some advanced words in writing your answer. Also, you should not repeat the words. Same words writing 2 times is not good, right? Apart from some words, you can write some different words rather than repeating same thing, no? But there are some words you can't avoid repeating. You have to repeat. Like articles, you have to repeat. You have to repeat uh, conjunctions. You have to repeat prepositions. Those things you can't avoid. But you can, most of the time, you can give some different words, synonyms kind of words for nouns, adjectives, adverbs, right? Those things, verbs, you can change rather than writing same thing, duplicating same thing. So this is called lexical resource or the vocabulary. For that, all these criteria, each criteria weight 25% of marks. Last one is grammatical range and accuracy. So these last two are uh, these based on your knowledge. Whereas number one and two, without proper knowledge also you can do nicely. But number two and number three and four, vocabulary and grammar, it is about your knowledge and skill in language. Okay, grammar knowledge is important, right? In getting a higher band, right? So you should not make much grammatical mistakes. So that is called grammatical accuracy. Accuracy means you have not done much mistakes in grammar. So you can have a very good accuracy if you write only simple words, no? Simple sentence. You are writing everything present simple tense. You know present simple very tense very well. You are writing everything present simple tense. So that means you have done good job in grammatical accuracy. But do you have range? No range, right? No range. So the other one is the same criteria, accuracy and range. Range means you have used different sentence patterns, different different grammatical structures, right? So this is called grammatical range. So these are the and how to show your grammatical range. I have written that one. I'll show you. For that also I have done one lesson. That video I will share with you, right? So there are four criteria. Based on these criteria, they are giving you marks. But in between, how they do marking scheme and all these things, they have not disclosed, right? Marking is that is something called uh, hidden or the lim or the instructions or the criterias, evaluation criterias, which are not published. They are also something that we don't know, right? But these items they have already disclosed. Based on this, they are giving the marks. Right. Now, I told you how to show your grammatical knowledge in writing essays. These are kind of sentence patterns that I have given. Simple sentences, compound sentences, not only but also praise, conditional sentences, question, one question, some passive voice sentences, right? Complex sentences, also PPF format. PPF format means present, past, future. That is we call PPF. Okay, for that I have given one video to explain about these different sentence patterns. That YouTube link I have given here. Then in this video I am talking about complex sentences, right? All these are important to show you grammatical knowledge or grammatical skills. For that they are giving you 25% marks. Okay, that will be important not only for writing, even for speaking also. These two videos will help you. Then point number 7. Point number 7, right? You may feel boring now, right? අර මම කිව්ව නේද ඉස්කෝලේ යන කාලේ මේ රචනා ලියන්න කිව්වම රචනාවේ තියෙන ඒවම අරගෙන සිංහල ලියද්දි ඉංග්‍රීසි සිංහල දෙකම කරලා ඇති. එහෙම කරපු අය ඉන්නවද ක්ලාස් එකේ? අපි නම් කරා right? නැද්ද? නැති වෙන්න බෑ. කට්ටිය නිදිද? Nobody has done like that, that you have used same uh, words from the question in writing your answer, jumbling that, and you have jumbled them and used that way. You are silent, but I know you have done that, right? Okay, that you can do in your IELTS essay writing, but it is not the same thing. You are paraphrasing without making any harm to the idea. You are paraphrasing. You can paraphrase. Right. Number 7, perform a thorough analysis of assigned tasks and quickly prepare the answers mentally and make the sketch. So this is very important. That's why I have highlighted in green color. It's very important thing. That means the planning of your essay, planning part, right? Planning. Planning is very important. If you don't plan your answer, you will not have enough time to write. Also, you will make mistakes. I have seen if you don't follow these steps that I'm going to tell you now, you are going to do mistakes even if you are a good, uh, even if you are very good in English, right? What are they? Read the question 3, 4 times, right? Read the question 3, 4 times. Read the question minimum 2 times. I will write straight away 3 times. Okay, 3, 4 times. Class, finish. Read the question 3, 4 times. Some people, what they do, they read the question only one time. They start writing. I have seen this. Okay, I mean, once, you also can send me your essays for me to evaluate. So when I receive essays from my students, sometimes I found the answer is completely irrelevant, not for the subject. Then I ask, did you read the question properly? Did you read how many times you read the question? Only one time. That's the reason. You, even in my case, when I get a question, I read it 2, 3 times to properly understand it. It is required. Otherwise, you will not even understand whether it is in which type it is. Even type you can understand if you don't read it properly. So read it 3, 4 times, right? Then you will realize exactly type of the question. Then identify the core concept. Okay, in this essay, they talk about which concept. What's the main concept here? Identify it. Then identify the question type. This question is a opinion type question. This question is a advantage disadvantage type. Or this question is uh, problem and solution type. Like that, you should be able to understand the question and understand the type, because type matters. No, type matters. Type is important when you answer it. Number 4, dismantle the question. Dismantle means partition your question. Break it. Part by part, break it. Kali kali එක කඩන්න. Dismantle it. Right? I will show you how to do this today. Right? Then decide what to write for each part. Now you are partitioning your question. You are okay. Your question, you are making it to five parts, 5 pieces. For each piece, what you are going to write, decide that one. Right? For each idea, what are you going to write? Decide it. Then make a sketch. කටු සටහනක් ඇඳගන්න. ඔයාගේ සේක. Make a sketch. ඔයා මේ question එක point කෑලි 5කට කැඩුවා. ඒ 5ට මොනවාද ලියන answers? For each and every part, what are you going to write? Decide it and sketch it. Sketch in the sense you are not writing the answer. but point wise you are putting the ideas before start writing your essay. Right? Got it? So this is very important. This is called planning. Planning is very important. If you straight away start to write your answer, you are going to make mistakes. Believe me, you are going to make mistakes. Even if you are very good uh, in English, if you are very good in English, but still you will make mistakes if you don't do planning properly. Point number 8, divide smartly. Divide your time smartly. Right? Okay. Normally, they are advising you to use 20 minutes for task 1, 40 minutes for task 2. But I recommend if you are doing academic, uh, you have to have more time for task 1. So you may have to get 25 minutes for task 1. So essay, you have to limit it to 35 minutes. But if you are doing general, no issue. You can even do task 1 in 15 minutes if you are doing general, because it's a letter only. So you have enough time for your essay. But academic people, your both tasks are difficult. Therefore, you have to give some more time for your task 1. So essay, you have to be ready to write essay in 35 minutes, because task 1 take time. Huh? So that's why keep in mind that one. 40 minutes for general student, okay. But for academic students, your essay you should be able to write in 35 minutes, because task 1 takes time. I know that practically. Point number 9, avoid repetition of ideas, phrases, and words. Right? I told this one before. Same ideas twice you can write. That is only your opinion. Opinion you will write in introduction area and also in conclusion. Apart from that, same idea don't write 2 times. Right? One idea, don't repeat it. Also, words, try to avoid repeating. Also, sentence patterns, try to avoid repeating. Write different pattern. Number 10, no contractions. Contraction means the shortened forms. I am. Shortened form is I'm. I do not know. The shortened form is I don't know. Right? These are called contractions. Don't use contraction in IELTS writing. Always write full forms. Don't write I do not know. No, write I do not know, but don't write I don't know. Right? That means no contraction. Full forms are acceptable. Contractions are not welcome in IELTS writing. Other thing is reductions. Reduction must be avoided. Reductions in formal language and also casual idioms must be avoided. Reduction means further uh, casual way to tell same idea. Say, for example, I do not know is the full form. I don't know is the I don't know. Don't is the contraction. Then in speaking, we say like this, I don't know. I do know, do know. Right? It is not even don't know, I don't know. Right? This is called reduction. So if you use these things in writing, not acceptable. Also, informal words you have to avoid. Try to write formal words. Idioms also, don't write casual idioms. The idioms that you use in day-to-day speaking, don't use. But if you know some academic idioms, anyway, we are using academic idioms. Right? That is okay. Number 9, uh, avoid repetition. Sorry, no, not number 9, number 11. Write precise and relevant. Yeah, right to the point. Answer right to the point. No vague answers. Point straight. right? Then point number 12, maintain a book to identify and write words. Okay, this is a strategy. Okay, you have to maintain one book for this purpose. Keep one small book, 40 pages book is enough. Whenever you, okay, whenever you read something, whenever you read other people's answers, read something somewhere, right? Try to collect some good words, write them in your book, okay? Maintain a book to identify and write words, phrases, grammatical structures. So these things you write with examples, huh? And related to each type of answers as well as common vocabularies for writing. Read good answers to grab such vocabulary, right? Uh, Now, okay, what you have to do, you will, whatever you find interesting words, interesting phrases, interesting way of writing, you write them in your book with examples itself. Because at the end, uh, when you are very close to, I mean, when examination is very close, you can just read that book, right? So this is very good thing to improve your vocabulary. It's not like that you are cramming vocabularies. You don't need to do that. Okay, some people what they do, they take a list of 1,000 words and they study those and they I'm like doing dictation, they cram it. It's not required. Okay. Number 13, avoid writing long paragraphs and sentences. Okay, this is also not correct. You should break paragraphs based on ideas. Some people are they are writing only the whole answer or two paragraphs only. That is not correct. Okay, you have to segregate paragraphs according to different ideas. Also, another thing, sentences. Some people are writing sentences using commas. Many sentences. Three sentences together they are writing using commas, conjunctions like that. No, try to limit it to one sentence or maximum two sentences. Don't write more than two sentences in once. Means clauses, not sentence, actually clauses, right? Okay, independent two in. Okay, when we write two independent sentences together, we call it combined sentence or compound, not combined, compound sentence. When we write two sentences, one is independent, the other one is dependent, with conjunctions, we call it complex sentences. So, okay, one dependent, one independent, or one independent, another independent. Okay, but not three, four, five clauses with conjunctions. It's not good. You will make a lot of mistakes if you do like that. So long 10 sentences are not acceptable. 14, do not submit without proofreading. Okay, at the end, you have to save another 2 minutes to double check your answer, right? So it is like, I mean, from your essay writing, you have, okay, you have, say you have 40 minutes now. From 40 minutes, 10 minutes you will plan. Planning in the sense you are deciding what to write. Okay, planning, it includes deciding, you are not going to think after that. After that, you are just writing. Writing, you have 28 minutes, 2 minutes for proofreading. Right, now I am taking you to the example. Okay, these are the steps. Again, I have written here because I want you to realize the importance of these steps. Very important, right? What is that? Read the question 2, 3 times. Identify the type of the question. Identify the main concept in the question. Dismantle the question and logically dismantle the question logically to parts. Think what to write on each part. Write those ideas in point form. Also think of examples and write them in point forms. After that, after sketch your answer and start writing. So if you follow these steps, your answer will be perfect, right? Don't jump and start writing. Some people, what they do, they read the question one time, they start writing. Then while writing, they are thinking. While writing, they are thinking. What will happen? While writing, you think and you wrote something. After that, you get a better idea. Then you are thinking, okay, better to write this idea. Then you are erasing it or you are cutting it. You are wasting time. So that part, planning part, do first. Decide what to write. After that, don't change. Just write it. That's why take 10 minutes for your planning. In the planning stage, you are deciding what to write. Huh? Right. Now, this is the question. This is the example I'm going to do today. Okay, read the question and understand it properly. What is it? Today, many children spend a lot of time playing computer games and a little time on physical sports. That means nowadays children spend a lot of time for computer games. They are in computers, laptops, desktops, what do you pads? I mean, what do you call pads? No, iPad or whatever, mobile phones. Those things they are playing computer games or digital games, and they're little playing outside. No, little time on physical activities. Okay, then they're asking why is that? Why is this? Why is this? Is it a positive or negative development? Make a positive or negative development. Make positive there, negative there. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge and experience. Anyway, this part is common. Each and every question they are giving this sentence. Give reasons for your answers. Why? Then provide examples from your experience. So this is a common thing that they are giving. Okay. The question is, today many children spend a lot of time playing computer games and little time on physical sports. Why is this? Is it a positive or negative development? Okay, now let us follow those things that I told you. What are we going to do? We are following those steps. Now, I have broken this question to 6 elements, 5 elements. This question I have broken to 5. Okay, what is that? Today many children spend a lot of time playing computer games. So up to here 1, right? Up to here 1. This is one item, one idea. Then a little time on physical sports. Idea number 2. This is how this is how I am dismantling the question, right? I am dismantling the question. Then why is this? Another point. Why is this? Is it a positive development? Another point. Is it a negative development? Another point. So how many points are there in this question that I have to cover? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what I have written. So that if you do this way, you will understand the whole question. So this dismantling is very important. Dismantling the question or partitioning the question is very important. See, first one. Today, many children spend a lot of time in playing computer games. Now, what I'm going to do, I am going to write one sentence to explain this idea, right? So, see, I'm deciding what to do. Need at least one sentence to explain this, elaborate this. In the introduction, I'll write that one. Introduction. Then, and a little time on physical sport. This also I will rewrite in the introduction. It's a part of paraphrasing. Then why is this? They're asking why is this? That question I have to answer. Why students are, no, why children are spending a lot of time in computers than doing physical activities nowadays? Okay, that you have to have an answer. My answer to that one is parents are busy. So less attention to children. Because parents are busy, they cannot give much attention to children. That is the reason. Because it has happened to me also. That's why I know it. Okay, we couldn't give much attention to one of our, actually our son. We used to give. I am going for work, and my wife has. Uh, she has to take care her household activities plus children, homework, and all these things. You know? So that she's also busy. I'm busy. Then we used to give uh, a tab to my son. Then we noticed that uh, he's not, I mean, he took a lot of, maybe I can't remember exactly, but he took long time to start talking, right? That was one reason. That I mean, one of the reasons was, the main reason was because of playing these in computer games, right? Because he's not doing much activity, he's not talking, and he took long time to start talking, right? So that what happened to us, because we were busy, that's why we felt giving something to him to play, and so that we can take care of our work. Okay, this is happening to everywhere now. When parents are busy, they will allow children to play I mean, watch cartoons, play games, and all these things. So this is one reason. But you can think another reason. This is my reason. If you want, you can think reason is this, reason is this. Okay. Sometimes, some children, they are living in flats. They don't have to, I mean, they don't have any place to go and play. All right. So they will stay at home only, so that they will like to, I mean, they tend to watch these kind of things rather than doing physical activities. So that is also another reason. But I'm telling here, the parents are busy. That's why this has happened nowadays. Then the next one, is it a positive development? I'm going to tell yes, positive development because of these two reasons. What are they? Brain power improvement. Okay, this will help to improve brain power of students. So it's a good thing that computer games can give them. Number two, language skills improvement. It will help you to improve foreign languages. Okay, I have seen this one. I mean, it is noticeable that students, I mean, children who use computer games, videos, kind of things, they learn English very fast, foreign languages, right? For that, I'm giving one example, spell quiz. students in my class, they know what spell quiz means. Spell quiz is a website, uh, like a like you can play like games in that website. By playing those games, you can learn words. You can learn uh, to hear properly. I mean, listening skills you can improve. Okay, you can improve your vocabulary skills. So this is a game by which you can improve your language skills, right? Then negative development. Okay, negative developments. Okay, it's a negative development because it will make children addictive, or I mean the addiction to uh, computer games. That addiction can harm, no? Then inappropriate content, access to inappropriate content. Our children can access things which are not suitable for children while playing computer games. So now I have decided what to write in my answer. So this is what is called planning. So that I will sketch it. Sketch in the sense like this. Okay. Okay. Introduction. I will write. Then I will write why is this answer for why is this. Then opinion. My opinion. They are asking is it a positive or negative development? No. What I'm telling, it is more positive development. It has both negative and positive things, but it is more on positive side. So this is my opinion. You have to decide uh, and you have to decide it before you start writing. Then body paragraph 3 I'm writing. No, body paragraph 1 I'm writing the negative things in the negative things in this concept. That means addiction and inappropriate access to inappropriate contents. Example, I'm giving a suicide case. That means suicide is student one one child has suicide committed suicide because of addiction to computer games. It has happened in Sri Lanka 2 3 times, not one time, right? Because once I mean, if you continuously play games, you will have some sort of mental uh, status that you can't live without that. So if parents try to stop the children can become wild. Sometimes they will suicide. Sometimes they will kill parents. It has happened in many countries, right? So number four, brain power, the good things in the concept. Normally, if you take good side or if you take whatever the side that you will take at the end, because I took the side of positive. I mean, I told this is more positive. So I took it as the last body paragraph, second body paragraph, right? Then the summary. So this is my sketching part. I mean, you don't need to write this much to explain it in the class. I have written this much, but you will just write like points. Okay. Para one, you will write what are you going to write. Para two, you will write what are you going to write. Like that, point forms you will write. So please take 10 minutes, no problem. That will be that will guide you to write a very nice essay. This is the most important part. Now we'll see the answer. Okay, if you can remember now, I told you how to write an introduction. Introduction has 3 elements. What are they? Just go and see again. Briefly define the concept, paraphrase the question, say how this essay looks like. These 3 items. We'll see now how to write. Briefly define the concept. What is the concept? Computer games. See, first sentence I'm using for that to explain what computer games means, right? Computer games are played using digital devices such as smartphones, laptops, tabs. PlayStations, and desktops. So this is a kind of a definition. You can write different way. You can write computer games are the digital games uh, that you can to use in internet, something like that, something to uh, explain that concept. It's not a scientific definition, right? Then paraphrase the question. Point number two, paraphrase the question. I have put different colors to show you how it is paraphrased. Okay, now whatever things in this green color, what is it? Today, many children spend a lot of time playing computer games. This idea I am writing in a different way, but same idea. What I am written here? Computer games are popular among children nowadays. Please compare this and this. Just think. If I have given same idea or different one, is it same or different? Chaturi, Chaturi. I don't know if Chaturi can talk. Maybe some problem in her device. Veeramanti,
ඔව් සර්.
ඔයාලට තේරෙනවනේ මේ green වලින් මෙතන දිහා තියෙන මේ idea එකම තමයි මේ ලියලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා වෙන වචන වලින්.
සර් එතන මේ අපිට ලියන්න බැරිද මේ මිනි චිල්ඩ්‍රන් එකට මෝ චිල්ඩ්‍රන් එහෙම ලියන්න බැරිද සර්?
නෑ ඒකෙන් මෙහෙමයි. ඔයා හදන්නේ මේ වචන වලටම සමාන වචන ඔබලා මේකම ලියන්නනේ. ඔව් එහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් ඔයා මම ඔය දීලා තියෙන paraphrasing කියලා දීලා තියෙන උඩ දීලා තියෙනවා මේ YouTube වීඩියෝ එකක් right මගේම එකක් මම කරපු එකක්මයි right ඒක බලන්නකො paraphrasing techniques ඊට වැඩිය ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා right ඔයා කියන බොහොම සරලම ටෙක්නික් එකක් ඔයා කියන්නේ සමාන වචන පාවිච්චි කරලා ඒක ලියනවා කියන එක right ඒකත් එක විදිහක් තමයි හැබැයි ඊට වඩා ඒ අදහස ලියන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රම 8ක් මම මේ වීඩියෝ එකේ කියනවා right ඒ වීඩියෝ එක බලපුවම තේරෙයි right so okay writing similar words or the synonyms is one of the ways but there are some different ways if you can read this it has same meaning see today many children spend a lot of time playing computer games computer games are popular among children nowadays nowadays is today popular means they spend a lot of time right so same idea in a different angle now secondly I'm taking this idea I'm answering to this question why is this my answer for that is because of the busy lifestyles that parents lead so they cannot pay much attention to their children because of the busy lifestyle that parents lead means spend right so they cannot much pay much attention to their children right parents are very busy because of that they can't put much attention to children that is the reason these children are more on computer games right then this idea I mean see I have not written in same order huh? It's not required idea should be there then this one little time on physical sports that means children spend little time on physical sports Children spend their time more on digital games than physical activities. Same idea. Okay, whenever you are paraphrasing, sometimes you can't paraphrase each and every word. Some words, it's okay to use some words again. I mean, because if you paraphrase every word, idea may be distorted. So there is a concept that you should not distort your idea. Idea should remain same. Only words can be changed. Words and patterns and all this. Then last one, is it the positive or negative development? That one I have written there are benefits and drawbacks of playing computer games. Benefits is this positive thing, drawbacks is the negative thing. So I am telling here, see, it's a question here. I told you, no question. I have to turn, convert it to a statement. So here it is not a question. I'm just telling it as a statement. There are benefits and drawbacks of playing computer games. If you are writing this as a question, how should you write? You have to write, are there benefits and drawbacks in computer games? That is a question. But you can't leave it as a question here. You have to write it as a statement. Right. Then third element in our introduction is say what this essay talks about. Say what this essay talks about. Okay. Here I am mentioning that one. This essay will discuss the positive and negative sides of playing computer games with examples, and my conclusion will be given accordingly. So I am telling my essay. This essay is what? This essay talks about positive and negative sides of computer games, playing computer games, and I will give you examples and I will provide my conclusion. So this is what this essay is. Okay, now I want you all to tell me whether you understood this introduction in accordance with the format. In the format introduction, I have told three things to write. Define the core concept, paraphrase the question, say what this essay is about. Okay, so this is what I have done. In that way, are you all comfortable with this? Chandan, is that okay? You understood very well this introduction, because I want you all to very well understand uh, the format. Harshini, you are not talking. What is? Yes, Harshini.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no? Okay.
සර් එතන
Okay,
අපිට
sir.
සර්
Okay.
එතන අපිට ෆිසිකල් ඇක්ටිවිටි ගැන සඳහන් කරන්න බැරිද සර්? අන්තිම essay will discuss positive and negative side. computer games ගැන විතරනේ සර් එතන physical activity ගැන එහෙම සඳහනක් කරන්න ඕනේ නැද්ද සර් එතන?
ඒක නැතුවට ප්‍රශ්න නැහැ. මොකද දන්න physical activities ගැන නෙමෙයි අපි කතා කරන්නේ, computer games ගැන කතා කරන්නේ. මේ essay එක තියෙන්නේ computer games ගැන. අන්න ඒකයි අපි identify කරන්න ඕනේ මේකේ core concept එක මොකක්ද? core concept එක physical activities නෙමෙයි. right? computer games. එතකොට computer games ගැනයි අපි කතා කරන්නේ. physical activities වලට වැඩිපුර යොමු වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක අපි explain කරපුවාම ඇති. නමුත් ඒක අපිට විස්තර කරන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. මොකද අපේ ප්‍රධාන core concept එක ඒක නෙමෙයි. අපි මේ කතා we are talking right? We are talking about positive and negative sides of computer games. Physical activities නෙමෙයි. ඒක නිසා ඒකට එච්චර අපි prominent ඒකට අපි එච්චර තැනක් දෙන්න හොඳ නැහැ.
Yes.
right? කාට හරි එහෙම doubts තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. සිංහලෙන් හරි කමන්නේ අහන්න ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. Right. Then in opinion, what's my opinion? Opinion එක ලියද්දි you can start like this. In my opinion. This is one way to do that. ඒක තව ලියන විදි තියෙනවා. In my opinion. මගේ opinion එක තමා in my opinion, comma මේක highlight කරලා තියෙන්නේ ඔයාලට පොඩ්ඩක් ඒක stress කරන්න. නමුත් exam එකේදී ඔයාලා highlight කරන්නේ නැහැ. In my opinion, comma playing computer games not only has pros but also has cons. ඒ කියන්නේ computer games play කරන එක තුල pros කියන්නේ වාසි, cons කියන්නේ අවාසි. ඒ කියන්නේ positive negative දෙපැත්තම තියෙනවා. However, the pros outweigh the cons. Outweigh කියන වචනේ ඉගෙන ගන්න. Outweigh කියන්නේ වඩා වැඩි කියන, ඒ කියන්නේ more than that කියන එකට තනි වචනයක්. Right? More than it is more than that කියන එක තනි වචනයක් තමයි outweigh කියන්නේ. ඒතකොට ඒක more less කියලා පාවිච්චි කරන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Right? However, the pros outweigh the cons. එහෙනම් pros වැඩි cons වලට වඩා. ඒ කියන්නේ වාසි වැඩි අවාසි වලට වඩා. So, can therefore කියන එකයි. So, computer games should be allowed for children. ඒක නිසා computer games ළමයිට allow කරන්න ඕන. ළමයි බලක්වන්න එපා computer games දැන් නොදී ඉන්න එපා. So this is my opinion. Your opinion can be different. So you can arrange your answer accordingly. මෙහෙමනම් opinion එක දෙන්නේ මගේ opinion එක නම් මෙහෙම විදිහට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම මම මේ ඊතලයක් දාලා පෙන්නලා තියෙන්නේ මේ opinion එක දැන් මේක මේ තනි වාක්‍යනේ. මේක paragraph එකක් විදිහට ලියන එක ටිකක් ලස්සන මදිනේ. එහෙමනම් ඔයාලට මේක මෙතනට රිංගවන්න පුළුවන්. මේ වාක්‍ය මෙතනට ගිහලා දාන්න පුළුවන් වෙනම ලියන්න නැතුව. right? මම මේ number of words මේ දීලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒක අත්‍යවශ්‍ය නැහැ. මම ඔයාලට බලා ගන්න දීලා තියෙනවා. එක එක paragraph එකේ number of words. So now I'm going to start writing body paragraph 1 about negative side, because positive side is more. I am going to talk about here the second one. First one, negative side. So when you are talking one side, you can start with on the one hand. එක පැත්තක් ගැන කියනවා නම් on the one hand, comma ඒක ලියන එක ක්‍රමයක් ගන්නද? ඒක මේ විදිහට මෙහෙම ලියන්න ඕනේ, right? There are a lot of different ways. This is one of the ways that you can follow. On the one hand, there are several negative impacts of children playing computer games, such as addiction. Right? Computer games play කරන එකේ ගොඩක් අවාසි තියෙනවා. Example එක තමයි addiction. ඇබ්බැහිවීම. Addiction to these games can harm the mental and physical health of children who excessively play them. මේ addiction වීම mentally සහ physically හානිකර වෙනවා. Children who excessively play this. මේක පමණ ඉක්මවා play කරන ළමයිට. Whereas children who play physical sports, අර ඔයා කියපු කාරණා මෙතන මම පැහැදිලි කරනවා. නමුත් ඒකේ introduction එකේ අර විදිහට කියන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Whereas මේ තියෙන්නේ ඒක මම පැහැදිලි කළා. මොකද whereas children who play physical sports are found to be healthier than those who play digital games. එහෙනම් එළියට බහැලා සෙල්ලම් කරන ළමයි සෞඛ්‍ය සම්පන්නයි. ගෙදරටලා කම්පියුටර් ප්ලේ කරන ළමයිට වඩා සෞඛ්‍ය සම්පන්න, right? There was a recent, now I'm giving the example. There was a recent incident in Sri Lanka where a child committed suicide due to unbearable mental conditions caused by computer games. Right? දරාගත නොහැකි මානසික තත්ත්වයන් නිසා ජීවිතය විනාශ කරගත්, ජීවිතය suicide කරගත්ත කේස් එකක් ලංකාවේ. එහෙම එකක් වුණා. ඒක example එකක්. මෙතන for an example කියලා කියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, කියන්නත් පුළුවන් වුණා. For an example, in Sri Lanka එහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් for example. For an example කියලා ලිව්වත් හරි for example කියලා හරි and කියන එක අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. For example. Further, children may access inappropriate content. දෙවෙනි කාරණාව. Further, children may access inappropriate content on the net while playing games. ළමයි computer games play කරන අතරතුර ළමයිට නොඅදාළ ළමයිට සුදුසු නැති දේවල් access කරන්න පුළුවන්. As parents cannot observe children all the time. ළමයි දිහා දෙමාපියන්ට හැමතිස්සෙම ඇහැ ගන්න බෑනේ. Right. Now the second one, that is to tell the positive side of computer games. That we write on the other hand. Now first one we wrote on the one hand. This one we are writing on the other hand. අනිත් පැත්ත ගැන කියනවා. Lots of benefits from computer games have been uncovered. Like passive voice, computer games වල benefits ගොඩක් එළි වෙලා තියෙනවා. Uncovered එළි වෙලා තියෙනවා. Now I'm asking a question. මම අර sentence patterns ඔක්කොම මේකට අරන් තියෙනවා. අර මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා ගන්න sentence patterns හත අටක් තියෙනවා මේවා පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියලා. නේද? ඒවා අරන් තියෙනවා මෙතන. මේ වාක්‍ය අර ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපිට හම්බුණා not only but also නේද? ඒවා අපිට හම්බුණා. Whereas complex ඒ වගේ අපිට හම්බුණා. මේ තියෙන මොකද්ද? Passive voice එකක් තියෙනවා. Now it's a question. Can we totally avoid giving computers to children in this modern era? මේ වර්තමාන මේ සමාජයේ නැත්නම් මේ වර්තමාන ඊරා කියලා කියන්නේ සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ මේ යුගයේ ළමයිට කම්පියුටර් දෙන්න නැතුව ඉන්න පුළුවන්ද? ඒක වළක්වන එක හරියද? One of the most important benefits is the possibility of improving the brain power of children who play logical games. එනම් මේ computer games play කරන වල එකේ තියෙන ප්‍රධාන වැදගත් benefit එකක් තමයි logical games තර්කානුකූල games play කරන ළමයිගේ brain power එක improve වෙනවා. Right? Furthermore, තවදුරටත් කියනවනම් furthermore. ඒ කියන්නේ එකම අදහසක් තවදුරටත් explain කරද්දී furthermore කියලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Furthermore නැත්නම් further. Children involved in playing language-based games such as spell quiz. මේ such as කියලා example ලියන්න පුළුවන්. For example කියලා ලියන්න such as වත් example ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Furthermore, children involved in playing language-based games such as spell quiz learn spellings and listening skills faster than other children who limit their education to the classroom. පාසලේ පන්ති කාමරේ ඉගෙන ගන්න ළමයිට වඩා computer games play කරන ළමයිගේ language skills ඊට වඩා ඉක්මනින් වර්ධනය වෙනවා. example එකට spellquiz.com use කරන අයගේ listening abilities, spelling abilities වැඩි. Right? So far, are you okay with this? Now it is about writing body paragraphs. මේ body paragraphs ලියලා තියෙන එකේ සම්බන්ධ questions මොනවාද තියෙනවද අහන්න. ලැජ්ජා වෙන්න එපා. ක්ලියර් නැති තැන තියෙනවා අහන්න.
Sir,
Yeah, Ken.
sir, this is a opinion, sir, no? So we should explain the both sides. Should we explain?
Yeah, both sides I have explained, no? This is one side. This is the negative side of the computer games. This is the positive side of the computer games. Oh, what do you mean? Can you little bit explain?
Yeah, I thought that when we mention our opinion, we should explain more about our opinion.
You mean this opinion you can elaborate? Is that so?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, if you want, you can add little more. You can extend this paragraph saying that. But you know, you should not give details in your opinion. Opinion is just telling your idea directly, but details can be given in this. I mean, this is the details, no? This is about positive side of that one. This is about, sorry, negative side of this one. This is about positive side. Here, you can straight away say this has positive side as well as negative side. But positive side is more. That's all, no? I mean, apart from that, what else you can tell? You don't need to explain there. Okay? Explanations are in body paragraphs. Got it?
Yeah, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. So if anybody else has any question, you can ask. Now I'm going to the uh, conclusion, the last para conclusion. Conclusions you can start with in summary or in to conclude. In conclusion, like that, there are a lot of ways to start it, right? So one way is to write in summary, comma. Computer games have been very popular in the past, in the present world among children. Now see, if you see this one, it is a summary of what you have written about, main ideas without details, right? No details. Actually, this one is little bit similar to introduction. Okay, introduction and opinion, introduction and conclusion has many common elements. Not same thing, but common elements are there. So in summary, සාරාංශයක් විදිහට කියනවා නම් in summary කියන්නේ ඒකයි. Computer games have been very popular in the past, in the present world among children. වර්තමාන ලෝකයේ ළමයි අතර computer games ගොඩක් ජනප්‍රිය වෙලා තියෙනවා. And playing such games has both negative and positive impacts. ඒව play කරන එකේ හොඳ පැත්ත නරක පැත්ත දෙකම තියෙනවා. However, the advantages of playing computer games outweigh the disadvantages. ඒ වුණාට computer games play කරන එකේ advantages disadvantages වලට වඩා වැඩි. Therefore, එහෙම නිසා children should be allowed to play computer games. ළමයිට computer games play කරන්න දෙන්න ඕන. මේක තමයි answer එක. මම අන්තිමට පොඩි අදහසක් එකතු කරනවා. මම කියවනේ you can add one creative idea to main problem. What is the main problem here? Main problem is, okay, computer games are not very bad, but children can go to children can be affected negatively from computer games if they play computer games always, no, excessively. For that, what we can do, I am giving one idea. Okay, you allow children to play computer games, but have a look, observe them, right? Strictly observe them. Okay, give them a time. Okay, let them play computer games only for 1 hour per day. After that, don't give those things. Just, okay, lock it. Observe them, but don't stop them. Let them do that, but limit it. Observe them. So I'm telling them like this: children should be allowed to play computer games if strict supervision by parents can be ensured. දෙමාපියන්ට පුළුවන් නම් ළඟින්ම ඉඳලා ඒවා සුපර්වයිස් කරන්න, සුපරීක්ෂාකාරීව බලන්න ඒ දෙස ඈ ගහගෙන ඉන්න. එහෙමනම් computer games play කරන්න දෙන්න. එහෙම නැතුව ළමයිට computer games play කරන්න දීලා පැත්තටලා ඉන්නවා නම් ඒක හානි කරයි. Right? So this is my final conclusion. Conclusion එක clear ද? මෙතන මේ ආන්සර් එක ඔයා කම්පෙයාර් කරන්න ෆෝමැට් එකත් එක්ක. ෆෝමැට් එකේ මොනවද මම කියලා තියෙන්නේ? Okay, you have to read this again. I'm going to send. Okay, each and every class, at the end of the class, I'm sending you the note PDF version, plus I'm sending you the video. Today's class is recorded now. I'm going to send that. I'm going to upload that in my channel and I'm sending it to you. Okay, those are not for publicly available, those are available only for the class students, right? So this is the way how you have to write. Now I would like to know whether you have any questions about this format or anything related to IELTS. Okay, no issue. If you have any question, just raise your hand. I mean, you can type in the message box or you can talk, no problem. Okay, I have given here some references that you can check from IELTS list website. Okay, check that one. Good one. It's also list. It talks about some topics that you will, I mean, you will, if you go here, you will see a lot of IELTS topics, essay topics. Then I would like to suggest you to read articles in this website, right? Read articles in this website, procon.org. That will help you to write essays. Essays වලට හොඳ ideas ගන්න පුළුවන් හොඳම තැනක් තමයි procon.org කියන්නේ. Ideas වගේම හොඳ English, හොඳ vocabulary, right? ඔයාලගේ reading improve වෙනවා ඒකේ හැමදාම ඔයාලා read කරනවා නම්. ගොඩාක් හොඳ website එකක්. ගොඩාක් articles තියෙනවා. Then also read good essays, answers and pick words, right? මේක මම ඔයාලට කිව්වා. පොතක් තියාගෙන ඔයා essays read කරද්දී ඔයාලට හම්බෙන අලුත් වචන, අලුත් sentence patterns, those things you can write with example. With example එකක් විදිහට එක්කම ලියා ගන්න. පස්සේ ඒවා දෙකක් වෙනවා. ඒවා ඊට පස්සේ ඔයා essays ලියද්දී පාවිච්චි කරන්න. Right? So this is your homework, right? I want you to write answer for this one according to the format that I taught you. This essay is also very similar to the essay we did now, right? So you can follow same format and write the answer and send it to me before next class, right? I want to discuss your answers in next class. So this is the question. During COVID pandemic time, work from home concept became very popular. Why is that? Is it a positive or negative development? Right. Now, I want to hear something from you. Prasad, in this question, what is the core concept? Anyway, type is same like that. Type is positive or negative development type, right? Direct questions. Okay. Sarit, what is the main concept in this particular question? What is the core concept? Saroji, I mean, this essay is about what? Is it about COVID? Or is it about work from home?
It is about work from home concept.
Yes.
It is the
Yes,
core concept.
Core
topic.
concept, yeah, core concept is work from home, because you know why I'm telling like that, some students mistakenly they are writing about COVID much. I mean, you don't you can little bit talk about COVID, but don't give prominent ideas on COVID, right? මට මේක දුන්නා මට සමහරලාට උත්තර ලියන අය COVID ගැන ඉන්ට්‍රොඩක්ෂන් එකේ ලියලා තියෙනවා වාක්‍ය තුනක්ම. Work from home ගැන එකක්වත් ලියලා නැහැ. It is not about COVID. It is about work from home. Right? COVID එතනට ගත්තේ COVID කාලේ මේක ගොඩක් ජනප්‍රිය වෙච්ච නිසා. Right? So you should be able to understand the core concept. Otherwise, your answer is not relevant. That's why. Right? Uh, right. Question එක clear නේද? අර format එකමයි තියෙන්නේ. අර විදියම question එක. Right? So you have to answer this and send it to me. Yes, we are going to check your answers during next class. I'm not going to check all answers, but I will check at least 2 answers. The other answers I'm going to check along with you, not in the class individually, right? But I will pick 2 answers in the class and explain, because then others also can learn from the mistakes. Okay, it's okay to do mistakes. Okay, if you work only, you will make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you will correct your mistakes, right? So making mistakes is an investment, right? Mistakes are not something that you should worry. They are investments because they guide you to improve yourself, right? Do you have any question? Did you understand very well about the format, and anything else you want to talk about? Anything that you want me to explain it again? We have 10 more minutes so that you can tell me, you can discuss, you can ask me questions. So next class, actually the class is, class is on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, 8 to 10:30. Right? Class is going exactly as per the plan, right? It will not be delayed, right? Class is almost 1 month, just 1 month. It is exactly going as per the plan. And if you are working according to my instructions, if you are listening to my instructions, just after the class, you'll be able to go and do the exam. But if you are not working, you are just participating in class and you are just listening to what I'm talking, and you are not actively participating, you are not doing any homework, then it is difficult, right? You have to do homework. Now I have given you one homework. You have to do that one. If you follow my instructions, I'm sure that you can do the exam even just after the completion of the class. Right. Questions, please. Okay, it looks like you don't have any question. That means you have understood it very well. That's my guess, because you are not asking any question, means that means you have understood it very well, right? I will give you some more time. Otherwise, I will wind up. Is that okay? You have questions? Don't be shy to ask question. You can ask in Sinhala, Tamil, no, English or Sinhala. Right. Okay then. Thank you very much for participating in the class today, and we will we will continue the class on next day. And good night, and thank you very much. Right. Bye bye.